Do you know, at 31, I have discovered for myself that growth means, to a large extent, changing your way of thinking across all walks of life. And if you're also a person who cares about art, literature, and stuff like that, change and growth is also reflected in changing what you think is the greatest piece of art you've experienced. Not necessarily changing your tastes, but delving deeper into the area you experienced in and finding out that always, no matter what you currently think is at the top of your list, always there is something out there that's even better and more profound, which you have yet to discover. And before, I used to perceive this as painful because me finding out there's something greater than that, which I already knew, it used to feel like a blow against my established self, against my ego, if you will. How was it possible that there was something out there that was way better than what I was idolizing, and how is it that I hadn't been able to notice it? It automatically makes me look stupid in my own eyes. But now, my thinking is different. I am now of the opinion that, at least for me, not only is it good and healthy to change your artistic interests over time and keep discovering stuff that's even better and better, but also, it's even unhealthy if all your life you only keep caring about one particular thing. And there's a concrete examples of this in my life. I literally know people who are older than I am, and they've been Star Wars fans since childhood, and to this day, they're still talking all the time about lightsabers and the two sides of the Force, and Force lightning, and the generations of Sith and Jedi, and the extended Star Wars universe, or expanded, or whatever the fuck it was called. I mean, love your art, and keep loving it. It's beautiful, and I'm glad you have some kind of passion in your life, but then also, grow the fuck up. There's better things than Star Wars out there. And that's just putting it mildly, because Star Wars specifically, I got over it like 15 years ago, and whenever I happen to go back to it nowadays, it looks like just stuff for kids, which, trigger warning, it actually is. And I also know of people who, for example, read The Lord of the Rings and all the Tolkien books like years ago, and nowadays they're still proud of themselves knowing and speaking Elvish. Like, fine, I'm glad you still have such passion for it, but stay away from me. And so, my point is, with these things, it's okay to move on. It's okay to forget what you know and think. Or at least that's what I try to convince myself with, because I feel kind of heartbroken. Yeah, this is the exact word, heartbroken. Because, as I mentioned in my previous videos, Dune isn't just a book series for me. It's literally one of the reasons I'm still alive. And no, if anyone says that I'm being a drama queen, I'm not. I'm literally a person who has, albeit a long time ago, contemplated things like suicide. And in those difficult moments, Dune was there for me, and it kept me away from the abyss. When something in life does that for you, you get attached to it like a safe haven, no matter what it is, a person, a book, a poem, a song, or a painting. And when it so happens that I experience growth again, and my all-time favorite books no longer feel like they're the best things I've read, I literally feel like I'm betraying an old friend, and I have to forgive myself in order to move on. It's okay to say it, the Dune books are not perfect. In fact, I bet most Dune fans would even say that they're crap after the third one, which I completely disagree with. My least favorite of the Dune books is actually the first one, but to each his own, whatever. Dune, my old friend and savior, is not perfect. There's better books out there to experience, and a few months ago, I happened to come across the books in question, which is why I am struggling now, because with the second Dune film coming out and it being so perfect, my passion for the books is also being rekindled. But I can't fight it. I just have to admit it. I found a new book series that affected me more profoundly even than Dune. And so, here is the big reveal, if anyone's been waiting for it. Which are these fucking books that completely wrecked my brain and made me no longer consider Dune the greatest thing ever written? It's the Three Body Problem trilogy. Yeah, I read the first book a few months ago, and a few weeks ago I also finished the second one, and I'm currently at the beginning of the third one, at Death's End. And I can safely say, these books changed me forever. Just like Dune did all these years ago. After reading the first two books, The Three Body Problem and The Dark Forest, I am no longer the same person. And I can only imagine what will happen to my brain when I finish the third one. I will probably be making videos on these books too, but I guess I'll need some time to get over the shock and the trance of experiencing them, because right now I really have no words. I'll need some time before I can properly verbalize my emotions from reading these novels.